John 14:18.
I will not leave you orphans, I will come to you.
I will not leave you as orphans, I will come to you. 14:20.
At that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you.
You are in me, I am in you. 14:21. Last part.
And I too will love them and show myself to them.
I will disclose myself to him. 14:23. Last part.
My Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them.
We will come to him and make our abode in him, with him. 14:27.
Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you.
Okay. 15:4.
എന്നിൽ വസിപ്പിൻ, ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളിലും വസിക്കും. കൊമ്പിന് മുന്തിരിവള്ളിയിൽ വസിച്ചിട്ടല്ലാതെ സ്വയമായി കായ്പാൻ കഴിയാത്തതുപോലെ എന്നിൽ വസിച്ചിട്ടല്ലാതെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിയുകയില്ല.
5th verse.
I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing.
14:17.
Not knows him, but you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you.
He lives with you and will be in you. 17:23.
I in them and you in me, that they may be perfect in unity, so that the world may know that you sent me and loved them, even as you have loved me.
First part. I in them and you in me, perfected in unity. 17:26. Last part.
That the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them, and I in them.
I in them. Matthew 28:20.
Teaching them to observe all that I commanded you, and you are with you always, even to the end of the age.
I am with you always to the end of the ages. 18:20.
For where two or three are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them.
Joshua 1:5.
No one will be able to stand up against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Now, when you read all these verses, study these verses, I don't know whether you wrote those sentences nearby. I will not leave you as orphans, I will come to you. You are in me, I am in you. I will disclose myself to him. We will come to him and make our abode with him. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. He who abides in me, I in him. I in them, you in me, perfected in unity. I in them. Spend the Holy Spirit that he may be with you forever. I am with you always to the end of the ages. I am in the midst. I will never leave you nor forsake you. What do you learn from this? What is happening in you when you listen to these verses? Can you write 2 or 3 sentences? Let us look at some of the responses of people in Bible. Psalm 73:25.
Whom have I? Heaven but you. I desire you more than anything on earth.
This is one response. I desire nothing on earth. Psalm 27:4.
One thing I have desired of the Lord, that will I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple.
One thing have I desired of the Lord. One thing, only one thing is needful. Mary has chosen that part that will not be taken away from her. Martha, Martha, you're cumbered with many things. That's another response. Psalm 84, verse 4.
Just that they that dwell in thy house, they will be still praising you.
Next verse.
Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, in whose heart are the ways of God.
6.
Who passing through the valley of Baca make it their well, the rain also filleth the fields. They go from strength to strength, every one of them inside Zion appears before God.
10th verse, next verse.
For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 outside. I would rather stand at the threshold of the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness.
This psalmist came to the temple, and while he was sitting there to pray, he looked at the altar, and then little above the altar at the roof, he saw the sparrow. What does he say? Read next person.
And the sparrow has found a home, and the swallow a nest for herself, that she may lay her young, even in altars, O Lord of hosts, my God.
He is envying the sparrow. What is envy? The sparrow has no fear of anything. No vulture will touch it. No vulture will touch it. It's found a safe place. Looking at that, he says, "Oh Lord, what's my desire? 1,000 days in my palace is compared to one day at your doorstep. That's enough. One day doorstep." Isaiah 57:15.
For this is what the high and lofty one says, He who lives forever, whose name is holy. I live in a high and holy place, but also with him who is contrite and lowly in spirit, to revive the spirit of the lowly and to revive the heart of the contrite.
Does he stay everywhere? You must also know this. He cannot stay everywhere just because he gave a promise. He is everywhere. The grace of God will not flow up the hill. It will flow only down the valley. Up the hill is pride, down the valley is humility. So he says, I dwell with them who is humble and contrite. Psalm 123, verse 2.
Look to the hand of the master, as the eyes of the female slave look to the hand of her mistress. So our eyes look to the Lord our God till he shows us his mercy.
When you are given a privilege, is there a responsibility? We want the privilege and want to enjoy the privilege without the responsibility. Can it be done? When we hear a promise, it's so nice. We want to have the promise. It's a privilege, but there is a responsibility. When it comes, earlier it was hard work, some salary. Now, little work, more salary. It has come to no work, all salary. When you join a firm or a college or anywhere, you are given the service rule. First, you will look at all the privileges. When is the next increment, promotion, what will be the gratuity, everything. How many medical leave, how many leaves. But the rules, conditions, very seldom we look at. When it is pointed out, he says, I never saw that. But if you miss one privilege, you will make a strike. You are very well versed. Christians dive into all the promises, skip all the commandments. So if you look at underlined verses, will only be promises. If you have to write Promises, tuck, 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 it will come. Right commandments? Commandment. Oh, 2 commandments I remember. Love God, love one another as you love yourself. Any other? All commandments are in this. We say we have fellowship with Him and do not keep His commandments. We are liars, there is no truth in us.